All right, what's going on, guys? Going to do a little video tutorial for the Adobe Premiere Pro project that we've got. Very simple project, but I want you getting used to Adobe Premiere Pro. I want you to play around with some of Adobe and really get to enjoy some of the really cool things it does. So what we're going to do here, when you open up Adobe Premiere Pro on any computer, whether it be in the Com Lab or your own computer, you're going to create a brand new project, and we're just going to call it Untitled, and then I'm going to call it again, and then that will bring up the screen that will allow you to do everything. Now, here at the top, you see you have learning, assembly, editing, color effects, audio, graphics, blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff will kind of get covered in video production, but what we're doing here is kind of an intro, is you're going to click on assembly, and then you're going to click on media browser. Now, your video file should be something that you have already put up onto your flash drive or onto your desktop or something like that, so that you can bring it very easily into Premiere Pro. So here's a video of me in the St. Patrick's Day Parade last year from TV, and I'm going to drag this right over here into the bottom right, and then see that is going to open up here in my assembly window that is going to allow me to play around with things. Now, one thing that you have to remember when you're doing things here is that in the assembly window, you may not have essential graphics already there. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to go to the window tab at the top and click on essential graphics. So you might have it where that isn't there at all, but because I've clicked that on and I've used it before, I have it there already set up for you under essential graphics. So what you're going to do now, and this really isn't that difficult, is you're going to click on browse. It may come up and you may have the edit window. Click on browse and you'll see a ton of different options here. Now, for the hell of it, I'm going to put in this angled slate here at the beginning. And this is something that you can do if you want to, and you may have to sync from Typekit, which might take a second or two. But when you click here on this, what you're going to see when I click play, or I'm sorry, when I drag over here, is you're going to see the project name, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do Adam Rivers Asnuntuck Community College Com 101. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger by going over here, and I'm going to click on this and just make that bigger. So again, you don't have to do that, but the way to edit all of that would be to use this blue cursor right here. So I'm going to move over my video now. So if I click play, you're going to see Adam Rivers Asnuntuck Community College, Com 101, and then boom, there we go, right into the video. Now that could be a smoother transition, and again, that is much more of a video production thing, but you don't even have to do this first thing I'm showing you. I'm showing you just kind of for fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out. We don't want this. I'm going to right click, I'm going to cut it, and we're just going to go back to the video starting at the beginning like we were doing before. Now, what I want you to do for the essential graphics, when you click here and you click on browse, there really are a bunch of these, different ones that you can do. What I want you to do is right here, you have the classic lower third, 2-line classic lower third. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag this over into the window right here, and that's going to load the motion graphics template. So if I click here, I can now type my name. I can now type a title. How is this guy a professor? How about we do that? And then now my lower third graphic is going to play for the amount of time that I have here. So if I click play, you'll see
It's a long way down.
that the lower third will come in there at the beginning.
All right, we got.
And it will go away off the screen right here because of the fact that I've set that duration to only 6 seconds. Now, if I want it to play for the entire file, I can highlight the very right side right here and drag this all the way over if I want to. So now when you see in the video all the way through all the dancing and everything that I'm doing on top of the car, you see the lower third graphic. Now, you also, depending on how crazy you want to get with it, you're only required for the project to have one lower third graphic in your video at some point. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, I'm all about going above and beyond. So you can go here to the essential graphics thing. You can do that slate that I put in at the beginning. You could also put in the classic live overlay. So, let's pretend that your video is live. I'm going to drag this over here, and then look here in the top right, when this comes on, we've got live. And you can click in here and you can change the font if you want to. You can change it to whatever you want. If you want to have like a funkier looking font like that, which I don't know for news if you would want to do that, but let's say that, um, do I have any cool looking fonts on here? Nah, not really. I mean, we could put Wingdings up there if you want, like these weird fonts. um, but you have obviously a variety of fonts on the computer that you can pick from. And I encourage you to play around with that, and you can make the text bigger if you want to. You can make it smaller if you want to as well. So again, this is an introduction for you to Adobe Premiere Pro. This is not, an insane project. If you want to go above and beyond and play around with it, you know that I'm going to encourage you to do that. You have a ton of different options in here that you can play with. Again, you can kind of play around with whatever you want to. Now, when you're done, what I want you to do quickly is go to File, Export Media, and then what this will do, it will eventually, or you can hit Control M, it will eventually bring up a window. And what I want you to pick here is Windows Media in HD 1080p 24. And then all you have to do is click Export. It'll take a minute, and then you just upload that file, and you're all set. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any problems, if you need any help, just hit me up via email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. With spring break, I'll be around. I can, come in and meet you if we need to. So just let me know, and definitely more than happy to help you. Thank you.